The artist, right?
Or how to use YouTube as a tool.
Well,
so what are we doing first?
Oh, hey guys. We're
I'll look you guys up.
We're talking about ArtStation and YouTube. YouTube currently, and how to use it for your IP or your project or your brand or TV show or what have you.
Right.
It's how to use it.
So what was the question, Mr. Ronell?
How do I use YouTube, or how do I get people to go to YouTube?
How do you drive traffic?
How to drive traffic.
And once I drive the traffic there,
well,
what would be your call
content?
to action?
Yeah, or what kind of content should I provide? Do people want to watch me draw, or do they want to learn how to?
Well, you'll find out as far as your fans go. Like, for example, let's say certain artists on YouTube do a lot of things. Like they do live streaming of their if they're doing a drawing or 3D sculpt, if they do 3D or animation or what have you. So they record themselves for a given period, put music in the background, and post that. So they have, if there's any links they need to provide, like let's say where they got the pins from, or where their music from, or anything for that matter. So more stuff that you put in underneath your description, links and that kind of thing. So people's like, all right, what's that link?
Like shout outs,
that kind of thing. Or if it's like you have a sponsor for that video, you put the link in the description, or you put in the corner in the description in your video.
Okay.
So the more means you have to where people have access to get stuff that they will need, you'll be that access. And so they come for the video. You get money on the clicks for your advertising. So the more videos you have,
so
the more people would start seeing you more often.
So the more shout outs I give, and that'll bring more traffic in. Like, for example, I'm using a Sharpie, so I give credit to Sharpie.
Well, you don't have to. Not just Sharpie, just who you have a sponsorship with in general. Like, for example, a lot of people use Audible. Audible's very friendly on YouTube.
What is it?
Audible.com or Audible. So it's like the book reading app.
Okay.
So you get a sponsorship by Audible. So in the video say, hey, this episode is sponsored by Audible.com. Save up to you get a free audiobook for any given period.
Right.
Go to audible.com/your name. And so you click that, you get advertising revenue from that. Okay. And that kind of thing. And so it'd be the same thing for like Dollar Slave Club or anything for that matter.
Okay, well, how could I start with the content I already have? Like this YouTube video and...
Well, you need more content, you need catered content to what you need to do. Like, for example, like if you're doing strictly art...
I also have Facebook content videos, and I don't really want to mention Instagrams. I don't know if they would help, but I do have uploads.
For short videos, I mean, I think also YouTube's algorithms changes. I think it's different now. I think they like lengthy videos currently, or completed videos. So the video, so a person watches from start to finish, and you get a commercial on that, you get money from that. If I remember correctly, don't quote me. I might be wrong.
Okay,
but because
how do you monetize your YouTube channel, Mr. Adam Paul?
With me, there's a little button. And let's say, for example, let's say you have your because Ronell's here already, right?
Yeah.
So you go to your Creator Studio.
Okay.
Or actually, just went to settings actually. So let's see. Yeah, let's go to the settings. It's probably easier, I think. YouTube settings. So go here.
So this is one way to monetize your YouTube videos.
Yes. So let's see here. There is content accounts. Let's see account settings. There is. Where is it? features, playback, notifications, privacy.
So basically, you play with it and read everything to make sure you're reading correctly. First of all.
So like with YouTube, there's certain prerequisites that you need to adhere to. So you can say, all right, you need to be in good standing in certain cases. Nothing that's slanderous or that's vulgar. So YouTube has certain guidelines that you need to keep a part of. So that way, so when you see a video, you do these things, you're in positive standing. When you're in positive standing, they have like unlocks for you for certain things. So if you're a new channel, you haven't done anything wrong. So pretty much everything's all green.
Right.
You just have to click. There's a bar that states monetization. So you click that bar. You set up your AdSense, Google AdSense, and then you wait for Google or YouTube to set up your channel so it'll be monetized. So once that's complete, then you just click the button, and then you need to look for your.
Now, will that put ads in all kinds of markets on your YouTubes?
Yes.
Okay, so if you have a clientele that's not used to ads, they're going to kind of get annoyed by you every 5 seconds advertising.
Exactly.
So can you choose the videos that you monetize or no?
Yes, you can choose to monetize none of them. So for example, like there's a lot of people who use YouTube just as a platform to show their videos, and they use something like Patreon to say, all right, my Patreon viewers are paying me enough so I don't need monetization. So you click all this stuff and see all my videos for free because you pay me on Patreon. So I make my money somehow. But if you're a new channel, you try to make that funds. Monetization is good on the basis of the more people view your video, more clicks you get. I think it's like every 9 to 10 cents on the dollar per click. So if you had like 100,000, I think that's like either 10 or $100. So if you're in the millions, you get like thousands of dollars for that video.
Right.
So if you have a lot of those videos, you get $1 million per view. So on average, you can make $40,000-$30,000 a month.
Right. But there's going to be all kinds of ads on your content.
Exactly. And so you can demonetize it and have add the sponsorship in your video itself. So you need to click the monetization if you don't need to. So you have it somewhere.
Right.
So it doesn't have to be in YouTube. It could be in the video directly. Okay. So this one is there early on.
So do you have to have a PayPal account to kind of do this?
I would say so. Yeah. It's easier. PayPal's it's less fuss.
Right. So you have to do steps to kind of get it done. Yeah. First step, of course, go to YouTube.
Yeah. Go to YouTube. Set up your monetization. Set up your AdSense. Go through the steps for your AdSense. Wait for a response back from YouTube. Once they say okay, then you click your monetization buttons. Everything should be green if you're a new channel. And then from then on, you just start adding your content. Right. The more content you add, the more chance you get views and clicks. Okay. So if you have one video, how many people is going to see that video? Not a lot of people. Right. Maybe 1-2 people. But if you have like 40 or 50.
So each, because you have a YouTube channel, right? Yes. Sometimes you have separate accounts on that YouTube channel. Yes. So when you monetize your YouTube channel, yes, you want to monetize one of the lines but not the other line. Right. Can that be done?
Yes. So for example, let's say you have a string of videos that's just specifically for ad revenue. So you click all those videos. Make sure those are monetized. Right. Make sure they adhere to all the specifics that YouTube says that you need to make sure it is monetized. Right. Like all the if there's anything that you need to make mention that is not yours in the video or in the description, make sure it's in the description. So that way the algorithm says, hey, they're adhering to
so you have to tag everything that's copyrighted and everything like that. So it might be a pain in the ass for 10 cents.
Yeah.
But if you get millions of views, then
that pain in the ass is worthwhile.
I hear you. What do you think, Mister?
Well, I think I need to upload more videos. I'm only up to 3.
Yeah.
I have a lot of videos to upload.
Even me, I don't have a lot of videos because I just recently started.
I have to set
for a
up
couple months, so.
the payment system. I've been past the AdSense part.
So if you're using YouTube as a workstation, you really don't want to monetize it because you're putting ads on your composites. Like if I was a producer or a network or someone looking for an employee, an employer kind of thing.
Right.
If you're monetizing everything, then you're blocking out your talent.
Yeah.
Would you say or no?
You can to a certain degree. So if you're a big channel and you need a monetization, then you need to click the AdSense because that's how you make your money. Mm-hmm. But if your channel just showing all your work and stuff, you'll get your money from people coming in anyway.
Right.
So if you're a good artist, people like your work, you're getting money elsewhere anyway. So this is just for the people for the love of it. Mm-hmm. You can put it that way. So yes and no.
Yes and no.
Yes and no.
What do you think about that?
I think that maybe I should finish getting my YouTube page together and complete a project or 2. Nothing too big, just to have a complete video so people will have something to go to and watch.
Right.
I mean, the good thing about it is, for your YouTube channel, you can show the process of what you're doing, and that's how you get people to your channel.
So, what is your YouTube channel, Adam?
It's just youtube.com/pixelpeanut. There's nothing on there currently. It's not a lot of stuff, but I have a lot of content ready to produce.
All right, and Vernell?
My YouTube is Vernell Jones III. I need to go ahead.
So does it branding? I'm sorry.
Oh yeah.
You need to go.
I need to change it.
Okay.
It's default right now.
Yeah.
So branding, does branding matter?
It does, and certain things unlock. Let's say after you get like 1,000 subscribers on your channel, you get to do more things. Like for example, currently, how the link system is, so you can't really tailor your link for your YouTube channel to make it look like the way you need to look like.
Okay.
So it'll be like youtube.com/user/ maybe your name and a lot of numbers behind it. And so there becomes issues like, all right, so what's your YouTube channel? Oh, it's you can Google it, blah blah blah. But in the algorithm for Google, you really can't see it because it's not catered to.
So tags and branding not going to be working when you monetize it because YouTube takes it over.
Yeah, until you get up to a certain amount of views.
Okay.
Which gets to a certain amount of views, then it unlocks for you, and then you can use it how you need to use it.
Ah.
But you have to get to that point.
So how do you get to that point?
Because
the question of the day was traffic to your YouTube.
Yeah, you just gotta start posting and telling people about your posts. In your let's say you have Instagram. You have Instagram. Hey, go to my YouTube channel. Check out this full video that I did on drawing hands.
Right.
And then those people who like it, they'll go to it.
Okay, I have a question in a couple of minutes. So
yeah.
All right. So YouTube, you know how sometimes you have to sign in to certain apps in order not to watch the video, but to get credit for the view.
Which is also one of the problems with YouTube.
Okay, so is that a problem with monetizing it? You don't get paid for an unviewed.
Yeah.
So
you'll get
it's straight YouTube. You can't use it through apps. Essentially.
But you do get money off of how many people are viewing it. Mm-hmm. So let's say you got 1 million people viewing it, but you still got the users seeing it.
Okay.
So you're not getting the ad revenue from the non-login, but for the amount of people who have viewed it, there's money that you get from that as well. Ah. So if you've got like 45 million views on one video, you still get money regardless.
So ours hit one of ours hit 10,000. What would I make?
I think $10.
$10 for 10,000?
I think so. I think like $1. I think so. Yeah, I believe
$10
so.
for 10,000? That ain't bad, I guess.
It's not too bad.
Free money.
Yeah.
It's not like it's not like we drove traffic. If we did, but you know.
No, and see about YouTube. What are you paying for in YouTube? Nothing.
Right. Exactly.
Let's pay for YouTube Red, but that's a whole different ball of wax, and I don't know much about what YouTube Red to do.
We like free money and we like residual.
Yeah. And that's one thing you need. You need money always coming in, and you need it to not cost you nothing.
Right.
So stuff like Patreon and YouTube, they're great because they're free.
Right.
You just have to utilize it the way you need it.
Right. You have to set it up. You have to do the tags. You have to kind of work it.
Yeah.
But any job in this world, you work.
Yeah, you got work. You got to work on something. This is what you got to work on.
Exactly.
So how a lot of people, this is my thoughts. So a lot of people's like, well, that can't work because I can't. My life is not set up that way. So, well, you got to save your life to work on it.
Exactly.
If you're working on a 9 to 5 and you don't want to work a 9 to 5, then what's stop you from getting away from 9 to 5? You're stopping yourself.
Exactly. It's your barriers, your boundaries. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you live with people that don't allow that.
Yeah. And naysayers also is a good thing too. It's like, well, you can't do that. Well, why? Well, you see this guy, he didn't do it. See what he's doing. Well, that's him. I'm me. I'm someone else.
Exactly. You have to have confidence in yourself.
Yeah. And most people don't have confidence. They get confidence from other people's confidence. Mm-hmm. Which isn't confidence. That's, what would you call that?
Leech. A vicarious leech.
A vicarious leech. I thought it was called an emotional vampire.
Well, that's even better. Either way, sucking something out of you.
Emotion.
Something's getting sucked.
That's right. There you go. Alright, so the next video is going to be Patreon. This is how to drive traffic to YouTube.
Yes. Or ArtStation. What are we doing today? I forget.
ArtStation.
ArtStation.
Alright, next video, ArtStation.
ArtStation.
Alright, who are you?
I'm Adam Paul Thomas.
Uh-huh.
I'm Vernell Jones III.
And this is the Streets of Art.
I hope you learned something, right?
Hopefully.
Hopefully serve
fast,
something of value.
I talk too quick though, so hopefully you guys keep within the bounds.
Live. Yeah. There you go. Alright, we'll talk soon.